At 1:03 a.m., the digital landscape is usually a series of quiet, automated systems. But when a user named Evan happened upon an obscure live stream late one night, the isolation felt different. No active chat, no algorithm to explain its presence, and no sound. This timeline tracks the anomaly. The stream maintained a continuous, uninterrupted broadcast for over 36 hours, all while the viewer count remained at 0. It was a broadcast reaching out to no one. The stream offered no context other than the title, "If you're watching, don't leave." This phrasing functions as a specific psychological hook. By presenting an empty room alongside a direct command, it creates a tension that the viewer feels compelled to resolve. The instinct is to stay, if only to see why the command was issued in the first place. The mechanism relies on a loop of curiosity. The broadcast only gains meaning when someone is there to witness it, yet the lack of information makes it difficult to look away. The video feed shows a space that is almost aggressively mundane: a desk, a single office chair, a wall. It is a room that lacks any identifying characteristics. Minutes pass without a single change in the environment. No shadows move, no dust motes drift through the light. The frame is a study in absolute stillness. This level of stasis triggers a predictable internal response. When a viewer watches a static frame for long enough, the mind begins to fill the silence. Without any movement to track, the brain starts projecting its own growing unease into the empty corners of the room. In this environment, the tension is generated by what is missing. The fear isn't caused by a visible threat, but by the mounting certainty that something must be hidden just beyond the edges of the camera's lens. That stillness is broken by a subtle physical shift. The empty office chair swivels a few inches, moving against its own weight without visible cause. Attempting to ground the situation in logic, Evan reached out. He typed a single word into the chat: "Hello?" An answer appeared immediately. It didn't come from a moderator or a bot. It simply said, "You weren't supposed to join." The platform's metadata still displays a viewer count of exactly 1. Evan is the only person logged in, yet the chat is responding in real time. This interaction changes the nature of the observation. Evan is no longer an anonymous ghost watching a feed. He has been acknowledged by the space he was monitoring. The feed begins to malfunction. The camera zooms autonomously, glitching past the desk to focus on a dark corridor in the back of the room. Deep within that shadow, a figure becomes visible. It is barely a shape, standing motionless. The figure's orientation is precise. It is facing the lens directly, maintaining a posture that suggests it isn't just standing there, it is watching the camera back. The digital barrier is gone. The camera has stopped being a window for a viewer and has become a lens for the entity in the hallway. A final message appears in the chat. It is a direct instruction: turn around. Evan didn't move. He stayed locked in place, hands hovering over the keyboard, refusing to look away from the monitor, as if the screen was the only thing keeping him safe. The stream ignores his hesitation. The camera executes a slow, unbroken push-in on the dark, powered-off monitor sitting on the desk. It moves closer until the black glass fills the entire frame. The truth is visible in the reflection. It shows a man sitting at a desk, illuminated by his own monitor. And standing directly behind him, leaning over his shoulder, is a smiling silhouette. The empty room on the screen was a lure. It was a visual void designed to ensure the watcher became the subject. Some streams aren't meant to be watched. They are built to watch you.